But anytime a new hero is added to the game or a hero is reworked, you got to ask yourself, why was this hero reworked in this way? Or why was this new hero added with these skills?
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in this video, I want to go over the Judge rework here on Hero Wars Facebook and web in February of 2022. By the way, today's Tuesday. It's 2/22/2022, and it's a Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Get it? Ha! All right. Anyway, we have the 4 new skills. One of the artifacts was changed, and the Ascension Skills for Judge were added. And as I run through this is just going to be a first look. We have to think about this. We have to go a little bit into a little trial and error as we, in the next couple of days to figure out what this new hero is really going to, this reworked hero, I should say, is really going to be doing good at. Who is he countering now? What teams is he helping now? As I go through each of these skills, I'm going to put a little pop-up in the top right-hand corner of what the old skill was. Let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget that at 10 a.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. UTC, Daniel is going to have a live stream going over the new Judge, the Judge Brawl event that's going to go live sometime this week. I don't know when, as well as the tasks that are involved with it. Make sure you're there watching. And then after that live stream is over at 12 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. UTC is when I have my live stream. You can better believe we're going to be talking about his live stream. We're going to be talking about this new Judge. We're going to be trying it out, as well as talking about some of the other Hero Wars mobile news that popped off today. First off, Ion Cyclone is an area of effect magic damage attack. All that changed on this ability was the magic attack modifier. The skill is exactly the same. It's just going to be doing more damage per hit. One of the things that I did not mention enough during the live stream when we were going over the Judge skills was that this hits all enemies 4 times. It doesn't just hit 4 enemies. It hits all 5 enemies 4 times, so 20 attacks total. This is one of the reasons why Judge is so effective against Osh, against the defensive spheres. This is his main source of damage output. He is a mage control support, but mage is his primary role, which is kind of weird. He probably should be a supporter or control hero instead now, since he only has the 1 damaging attack. But here you go. Small change to that skill. The force-filled ability, his green ability, casts a shield on the ally closest to the enemies, which absorbs any damage they take. This ability used to put a shield on the, I believe, the lowest health ally, and you can see the old skill stats compared to the new skill stats. The Judge that I have on screen, the purple Judge +1, is not at max rank, but the pop-out skills that I have overlaid are at maxed rank, maxed out stats, all of that. So keep that in mind as you compare the 2 numbers. That's a big part of why there's a discrepancy there. The blue ability hologram, Judge removes all debuffs from himself and activates the hologram. When Judge takes damage or receives a debuff, the hologram grants him invincibility for 1 second and converts any damage taken into health. This actually is a pretty dramatic change for himself. You can see the modifier was adjusted as well as the actual skill. Although, given where Judge sits in the lineup, I'm not sure how much he's actually going to need this. Though I believe the force-filled ability blocking damage on your tank, or at least your frontline hero, as well as this ability right here, you can kind of start to see some of the teams that he's going to be able to counter pretty effectively, or at least help out. And again, we'll talk about those in my live stream and in future videos. Interference generator, this is the Violet ability. This used to be a flat magic defense reduction on the enemy team. Now, each electric jolt of the Ion Cyclone slows enemies for 1 second. So the way this works is this is going to hit the enemies 4 times. I'm guessing this is going to give the enemies a 4-second slow. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I haven't sat down and done any max testing with it yet. The slow keyword has a number of different meanings in Hero Wars. There's not a lot of consistency there. It could be anything from increasing the time between the enemy's basic attacks to increasing the amount of time between the enemy's green and blue skills, because all, as we know, all green and blue skills have their own inner timer, their own inner cooldown. I'm not sure on what this does just yet. Maybe Daniel will clear it up in his live stream later today. Now, the artifact that was changed was his book. This used to be magic attack and health. Now it's magic attack and magic penetration. Of course, he's got a magic penetration glyph, so this will help him do a little bit more damage with that ultimate ability, but he doesn't have many other skills that actually does damage, and this isn't really enough magic penetration for it to matter anyway. I guess you'd pair him with another magic penetration hero. I don't know, Faceless, Lars, Orion. There's a couple of others that you could pair it with if you really cared about his damage out. But I have a feeling you're going to bring him for his skills and not necessarily his area of effect damage, at least in PvP. I think that he's going to be seen a lot more in the Osh fights because of his ability to do a lot of damage to all of the enemies, including the defensive spheres. His ability to put a shield on the tank. In a lot of cases, you're talking about Isaac, you might be talking about Alvanor, you might be talking about Rufus or Aurora. This could be a good amount of damage blocked. And I'm actually interested to see if this is going to remove the nightmares at all. I'm not sure how that interaction is going to work. We're going to have to test it out this weekend. I cannot wait. Finally, his Ascension Skills, it's going to affect his force field and his Ion Cyclone. His force field, of course, is his green ability. Upon destruction, the shield, the force field produces an electric surge that stuns nearby enemies for a half a second. Kind of interesting that it's a half second stun. Not sure why it's only a half second, but I guess that's okay. And then his ultimate ability, upon ending, the Ion Cyclone conjures an electrical jolt that chains between enemies 2 times, dealing additional damage and stunning each enemy for 1 second. So I don't know, again, if this is going to stack 2 times since it's a double attack, so 2 seconds worth of stun or just 1 second, but this will effectively make his ultimate hit the enemies 6 times. The first 4 being the full damage attacks, and then the last 2 being these smaller damaging attacks that have a little stun built into it. I've already mentioned once or twice some of the use cases that I think the new Judge could be handy with, but anytime a new hero is added to the game or a hero is reworked, you got to ask yourself, why was this hero reworked in this way, or why was this new hero added with these skills? The newest hero that was added to the game was Iris, and Iris does a ton of damage to your tank and your front line and all of that. This may be a nice little counter to enemy Irises. You can throw Judge in your Aurora tank team, in your Astaroth tank team, any team that uses a tank aside from Rufus that's trying to get past enemy Irises. This could be the counter for that. I don't know. We'll have to do some testing. Definitely gonna have to do some testing. Like I said, official live stream with Daniel, the Hero Wars YouTube channel. That goes live at 10 a.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. UTC. And then my live stream is going to be at 12 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. UTC. I'm going to be at both. I hope you are too. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.